Moondog here. We are at SHOT Show 2025 over at the Primary Arms booth, and they've got a brand new red dot. We got Steven here. What do you got there?
Hey, this is our new HTX-1. So it's our made in US, the first
made entirely in the US?
Primary Arms Optics, yep, entirely made in the US.
America, fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah!
There's part of one component that isn't, and that is the crystal for the emitter diode. So there's two places in the world that grow those. We grow that crystal in Germany. Everything else, we take it, we bring it into the States, we pot it and solder it. So we turn it into the actual emitter cell itself here in the States. But everything else, the aluminum for the bodies, all the machining, the glass, the lenses, the circuitry, all the components, everything else in there is US.
America.
Yep, America. That's actually where its name comes from, HTX, Houston, Texas. So we kind of slid a little bit of Texas pride in there with it.
Representing.
Yeah, we have to. It's the first one we did. We have to represent H-Town some way. So it is fully enclosed. It comes in two different reticle variations right off the rip. So we do a standard 4 MOA dot only version. We're also doing our ACSS Vulcan version. So for anybody that doesn't know what the Vulcan is, that's a big outside circle. In the HTX, it's a 240 MOA outside circle with a 4 MOA center dot. And that circle is designed to fall outside of the field of view as long as you present the gun correctly. So if you get a bad grip coming out of the holster, you're shooting with your support hand around a barricade, any of those situations where you traditionally lose the dot in the window and then sit there and fish for it, you don't have to worry about that because it's virtually making this window about 3 inches in diameter. By doing that, you can see that circle, you know which way to drive it to get back to center, to get back on target. It's also not footprint specific, so it doesn't matter if you have an RMR cut, if you're running a Glock MOS system, if you have a ZEV slide, whatever it is, the chassis system that we've designed for this can be adapted to pretty much anything out there.
Get out of here.
Yep.
I really have to see that.
So instead of making sure you're buying a gun that fits the dot that you really like, now we're making our dot fit whatever gun you really like.
Finally.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
It's a pretty slick system. It makes it so we can actually mount this thing super low as well. So like this is a standard Glock MOS cut, and you can see with the sights, you actually get a full sight picture with stock Glock height sights.
Wow. Finally.
That's because the window, the bottom of that window is actually sitting level with the top of the slide. So we've slammed this thing down pretty much as low as you can, and we make it so you don't have to go spend another $150 on suppressor height sights. You don't have to go buy new holsters.
And having to re-zero that whole thing out.
Yeah, re-zero everything, and then when you're learning how to do it, because everything sits so much taller, you present the gun, and then you have to pick your head up to see through that giant window on top. We wanted everything to be as familiar as possible for people transitioning into dots, and also as easy as possible for somebody who maybe doesn't want to shoot that Glock anymore and they want to move over to a SIG, or they don't want to shoot the SIG anymore, they want to move over to Smith & Wesson. Instead of having to go buy a new dot or cut the slide for whatever that dot is that you have, all you've got to do is swap out the chassis and you're good to go. You can adapt it to pretty much anything out there. We're currently developing more, so the chassis that it comes with right off the rip is the RMR A, which is that traditional slab cut RMR, RMR B, which is more like the ZEV style with the raised threaded bosses, and then the MOS, which everybody knows, Glock MOS system. But we're also developing them for the Smith & Wessons, we're doing them for Doctor footprints, we're doing them for DPP footprints, we're doing them for all kinds of different stuff. Walther, Beretta, everybody out there. Actually have a meeting with Langdon here in a little bit to start talking about putting them on their custom ones, their custom Berettas. So yeah, it's whatever you got, we'll make sure it fits.
That's awesome. And are you able to talk about what MSRP or price range that's going to be coming in at?
Yeah, so MSRP from us is $749 for the Vulcan variant and $699 for the dot variant. So street price is going to be quite a bit lower than that, but yeah, we're priced right aligned with the other premium enclosed reflexes that are out there on the market.
Oh, excellent. And what's the release window?
We're actually going to be shipping the first consumer units out in limited quantities around April timeframe, so real soon here.
Right on. Well, hopefully a little after April, we'll get a chance to get one of those to test out.
Absolutely.
Well, for more information, definitely check out Primary Arms website. I mean, of course, everyone has that on their autofill, I'm sure. But if you don't, I'll include it in the video description. And be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you got some good info from Stephen here. Stephen, thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next year. Moondog, out. I covered a ton of stuff at SHOT Show. Leave me a comment and let me know which brands or products you'd like to see next. Hey, Moondog here. We are at SHOT Show 2025 at the Primary Arms.
Don't believe anything this man says about these products or anything.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe for both of us.
Thank you, guys.
Moondog, out. Hey, I'd like to know what you thought of this video. Leave me a comment or chat with me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, MeWe, Instagram, or Locals. And if you want to see all of my videos, go to moondogindustries.com.